Okie dokie. So there's just one little change I need to make, and that is the keyring here. So in order to make that change, I'm going to go ahead and delete. Yes, I'm going to delete all of these fillets. Oh my god. Because I need to be able to and this one too. Where's this one? I don't know where that one's at. Whatever. Anyways, I need to go into the case 2 sketch. What are these called? Oh, these are unimportant. Okay. And then need to get rid of the bodies that I don't need. And then, why is disregard visible? That should be invisible all the time. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just do 6. Offset this by 1.6. This. Construction line from here to here. These are tangent, these are tangent. This is vertical. This is tangent to here. And then this intersects with this. And then I trim them. All right. And then in the first extrude for it, where is that would be this extrude. Oh, okay. Then what about this extrude? Nope. Is it this extrude? Yeah, okay. Delete that. Okay, and then this sketch is not needed. Nor is this extrusion. Okay. So now I bring back case 2. And then I'm going to extrude this whole thing ooh, hang on. Okay. Should I or should I not? This is an excellent question. Should I include this when I make it? I also need to check the butter knife and see how tall it is in total. .91 or 0.719. So if I make that like 78, that'll work. Okay. So now I will extrude up all of this stuff, and I will include this for now and make it 80. Now I'm going to make a sketch here. And I'm gonna put a projection of this on the sketch. Put a line going down 3 millimeters because that worked before. And then another line going here. And then another line going all the way down. Alright, and then this might as well be the same, but I don't feel like it necessarily needs to be. And then I think that for strength, this should have this much included. All right. Now I should be able to cut this out. And then in this one here, I'm gonna not include. Oh, crap. Whatever. Instead, I'm just going to make another extrusion. It's the case 2 sketch. Cut this back out. Start it here and go start at an object, which is here. Go to an object, which would be here. There. I just like that more, okay. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I've got a better idea. If I put this as 80, that's gonna be horizontal. Put a circle here. Okay, trim it. Offset this by negative 1.6. And then if I just extrude this to here, all right, that should be pretty simple, except for yeah, that's what I thought. Except for if I didn't trim that circle, and then I included that there. So now the key ring can go through this hole here, and then the utensil heads can go inside of this cavity. The finger sticks can go inside of this cavity, and Hello Kitty can just chill out. Okay. Invisimify the sketch and put some rounded edges on some things. Would I have enough space for bringing in these? I should, because yeah, I should. Okay. See, and, whoops, include that. And then that should do it. Except because, I mean, 1.2 isn't not strong. It's just 1.6 is stronger. So if I go back into the sketch for case 2, and I just made this whole thing 1.6. Hmm. Another thing I can do is, before I do this, I can just extrude this edge by 0.4 and then bring it before this and then unsuppress it. Yeah. Okay. And this one. So can I change this? I can. Cool, cool. Because now that would be 2 millimeters, and if I check what 2 millimeters is versus 1.6, I've got I'm looking at my calipers right now and it looks good enough, and if I do 2, it looks actually significantly better. So now I'm gonna go ahead and save this. That's better. Okay. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and save it. So case 2, save as mesh. How many triangles does it have? 5,622. And probably the majority of those are the Hello Kitty. Yes. So now I'll print this out and hopefully have a fully functioning system. Okay, I've thought of something. Putting the finger sticks over here was a necessity when my keyring hole was back here, but I can put it back here now, and because the finger hole is not going to be in its way. I don't think. Hang on, let me check. Yeah, it's not going to be in the way. So I'm just going to add this here. And this here. That goes down there. And then that's 1.2, and that's 4.5. And then that's not necessary anymore. In fact, what I should do is go from here to here. Man, this sketch is getting more complicated every single time. And then I forgot to... What is fix unfix? Whoa, it's green now. I've never seen a green line before. Put this here, then make it. Alright. And then the first extrusion after it is going to include all of this stuff. And no longer have this on it. Which means that the fillet is going to be weird. The second extrusion after this no, the third extrusion is going to have this same stuff. Except for that. Now I'm gonna, okay, now that that's there, I'm going to just delete this. And I am so glad that this updated automatically. Yeah, I'm so glad that that updated automatically. Take that. Gonna make it 3. And then I already actually printed the other one out of with the Hello Kitty, so I'm gonna not have Hello Kitty on it. Yeah, but this is essentially a better version of the same thing, but it's already done and printed. I'm just gonna print this out also, and then I guess I might as well compare the two, you know. Now I can round off these edges. This one, 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 and this one. Alright. Then I'll get this printed out, and then I'll have two versions of the case. Should have measured what that fillet size was. Can I do 2? I cannot do 2. I can do 1.2. Can I do 1.2001? I cannot because, yeah. So I did 1 before, so it's the same. Okay. So now I'll take... Oh, shoot. Okay. Okay, there it is. You know what? No, never mind. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and save this. Yes, I know I want to replace it. And I'll go ahead and get this printed, and then I'll be able to test the function of the two cases. I'm going to compare how well they work as keychains. Because I've got the first one printed out already, I was able to put the utensil heads in it, and it's just perfect, actually. So that's pretty good. And the reason I wanted to change this is because I put the finger sticks in it, and I realized that by having the finger sticks here, there's this massive chunk sticking out from my hip, going like way too far, and putting it here will keep that from being so massive. So that's the idea anyways, because instead of coming out about this far, instead of being about this big, right, and that the whole thing has to stick out from where I've got it, right? I've got potentially the thing sticking up not quite so far, right? It can just be about there, right? And then it'd be about that, which doesn't stick out so much. So I'm gonna print this out and see which way I prefer. Alright, I've got two cases printed here. I've got the Hello Kitty, which is sufficient, and I've got a plain case that has more options. The Hello Kitty case, I can put the knife, the spoon, and the fork. Where's the fork? And the fork inside the big slot here, and they don't jiggle, they don't rattle. If I hold down the key ring, no noise. I can put the finger tongs in here. I can use this keyhole to put this on a carabiner. I can pull out the tongs, and then I can grab, that's the fork, in the front there. So I can put this in and pull out the fork. Put that back in, pull this out, put this back in, and this sticks out quite a bit. So I've got this other one, which you can do the same things with this one. You put the knife, you put the spoon, and you put the fork. And then you can either put the finger tongs in here, right? Or you can put them back here where they'll not stick out quite so far. Or you could even rotate them this way so they'll stick out even less. In fact, they're sticking out exactly as much as the fork sticks out. So this is the most compact setup I can come up with. And I hold down the keyring, I give it a little rattle and no rattling. And this one can also go on the carabiner. I'm going to take the other one off of it. And this is a keychain now that contains 4 utensils. It's got finger chopsticks or finger tongs or finger sticks or whatever. It's got a knife. It's got a knife, a butter knife, not a steak knife. It's hard to get this through the... It's got a butter knife. It's got a fork. And it has a spoon. And that thing I just did where I can put these in here directly and pull it out directly is actually really hard to do, so it would be better to just pull these out and put them on, but I thought it would be fun to go but yeah. And this can go on my belt, and it can go on here with the rest of my keys, or it can go on the lanyard. And I will always have with me the exact utensil I need for any scenario, I think. I mean, I might need a whisk, but that would be so weird. It would be so weird for me to need a whisk out of nowhere. But other than that, other than those weird fringe cases, right, this will get like 99.9% of scenarios. So yeah, I noticed though, so yeah, this works. I've got the Hello Kitty version. This is the one I'm going to take to work tomorrow. You can put this here as well, and I call that sports mode because it's easy to grab the finger sticks and just pull it out if it's in this mode, but it's less compact, right? It's less compact, but it's more ready, you know? It's a quick draw. Anyways, I'm gonna take this one to work tomorrow, but this one I'm gonna use more regularly for this, I believe, just because it's more compact. I can make it tighter, but the reason I can make it tighter is, okay, so I made this the same size as this hole, right? And the thought there was that this could go in and it would work just fine, right? But I didn't realize, I forgot that I had designed this cavity for the knife to stick out over it. So what I really should have done was make this hole here bigger, but because it's not bigger, it's still flexible enough to bend, right? But over time, that stress is probably going to break it. So what I should do is this, right? So yeah, I'm calling this here because this is fully functional. There are improvements that can be made. I could, you know, engineer this hole for the finger sticks a little bit better. I think I can put a belt clip on it, and if I put a belt clip on it, that might actually make it better, because what I think I should, because I noticed this is the same size as the carabiner. So what if this just was a carabiner, right? But I don't think that this being a carabiner will be easy to do, right? So if I just put a belt clip on it and I moved this hole, right, down to the bottom to put key rings on it, this could serve the same purpose as the carabiner, you know? And then I could, so that's something else I could do. But I'm calling this here, this is the end of the project, it is satisfactory. So this is my fully complete, fully functional cutlery keychain. No matter where I go now, so long as I have this, I can eat whatever I need to eat. Primarily samples at Sam's Club.